That's an old home recipe. You know, backyard recipe, I call it. Cook it in the backyard.
It's a recipe for success that Tom Wright has been slow cooking for 20 years. Tom's Place, home to what many believe is the best barbecue and soul food in all of South Florida. Located in, of all places, Boca Raton.
This is better than Mama's, but not better than Grandmama's, but Mama's.
Top beef sandwich.
They come from all over to sample Tom's cooking. His secret barbecue sauce even gaining celebrity status. But despite his prosperity, Tom Wright is a humble man from austere beginnings. It began in 1977 when Wright quit his job as a chef to follow his dream of owning his own restaurant. He opened a small sandwich shop beneath the shade of a huge banyan tree. Wright's dream was nearly destroyed when a state project to widen Glades Road threatened to tear his restaurant down. But Boca Raton officials soon discovered that big banyan tree was more than 100 years old, and they rallied to reroute the road.
So they bought land north of the tree and made the highway span it north instead of coming straight through and pushing the building down. So that saved me.
Tom struggled to keep his business alive, working 2 jobs and often sleeping on the floor of his restaurant. Eventually, though, like smoke from a barbecue pit, word of Tom's ribs started wafting out of Boca Raton's small black community and into the rest of the city. Wright credits much of his success today to a group of young white women who ignored racist fear-mongering and followed the scent of those ribs across the color line into Tom's Place.
You know what it was in Boca? You had some brave women. The men didn't come, the women start coming. And before night, they would leave. And then they start bringing their husband, and they would stay later and later and later, and knowing that nothing was going to happen to them.
And it wasn't long before Tom's dream was a reality.
I tell you what, it was so lovely in that place. I said love because we was a small business, and it was so jammed that we had people sitting together that didn't even know each other. And they would meet like that. Really? The blacks and the white. I mean, just come into unity.
There you go, lady. Oh.
Since those early days, Tom's Place has prospered, moving into this comfortable 7,500 square foot building. But Tom Wright remains firmly rooted in his humble beginnings, attributing his success to an old banyan tree, the goodness of people, and his belief that anything is possible.
I want to send a message out to people that are down and out and don't have a business, and they are black, that think they can't make it. I'm here to tell them that they can make it. It's going to be some hard work, some sacrificing, but you can make it. I work by faith. I believe I can make it. Though it don't look like I can, but I know I can. I've been there.